Good evening, Miss Teacher. Today we will present our academic product number one. The members are Bastidas, Camargo, Cuchula, and Woman. Next, please.
Good evening, teacher. My name is Abraham Camaro Contreras. In this opportunity, expose I will culture Ayacucho. In 2023, I went to on trip to Ayacucho for vacation. It is located in south of Huancayo, approximately 8 hours away. Upon arrival, you can see the colonial style in the architecture Baroque church, large squares, and colonial buildings that preserve artistic details. For it is known as the city of the 33 church. One or from as the terminal, there are traces of the Wari culture, where a citadel is known that is the underground. Later, I visited the Pampas of the Ayacucho, where an important battle for the independence took place. In addition, at the entrances to the Ayacucho Pampa, we find textiles and crafts such as the metals, arcilla ceramics, and the wood. On the tour I went up, they gave us the opportunity to make all the ceramics with clay. I also had lunch near the Ayacucho Pampa, a traditional meal puca picante. In the terms of the gastronomy, they mentioned that there is the staff rocoto, pachamanca, cuchactado, and the festivities close to the me visit were carnivals, but there is also Easter.
Good evening, Miss. My name is Ariel Cuchula Zaforas, and I will talk about my experience on a trip to Pichanaki. Um, Pichanaki is a city that it's approximately 6 hours away from Huancayo. It's a city with a very different climate, and therefore many things also change, like the clothing, such as food, activities that can be done, and tourist attractions. I traveled a month ago, I think, and it was once a nice experience. Yeah, I was able to see the main places in the city, like the parks and some tourist places. Um, I can say that a very good quality coffee is produced, and there are also many other products based on coffee. Uh, Also, there are many swimming pools due to very hot climate, and it's a very popular activity. Finally, the falls are tourist place that you should always visit when you are there, and they make very delicious dishes, and they have a meat particularity. Uh, they call that like cecina. It's very delicious, and I could taste it when I was there. And that's uh, my experience when I traveled to Pichanaki.
Um, Good evening, teacher. My name is Geraldine. Um, okay, bueno, Pichanaki and Ayacucho are two Peruvian localities that, although they belong to the same country, present important cultural difference and similarity to their geography, history, and the composition of their populations. First, I will present their difference. For example, the first difference, um, I talk about of the geography and climate. Pichanaki is located in the central region of Peru, in the province of Chanchamayo, and it's part of the high jungle with a tropical, warm, humid climate throughout the year. Ayacucho is in the south central highlands of Peru. It's the climate is dry and temperate during the day and cold at the night. Also, indigenous culture in Pichanaki, in this area, Amazonian indigenous peoples such as the Shaninka coexist who preserve their traditions, language, and ways of life. They have a love relationship with the river and the jungle. In Ayacucho, it's a place with a deep Quechua influence. Ayacucho population has a very strong Inca cultural heritage, and Quechua is widely spoken. And Andean indigenous traditions are present in the festivities, crafts, music, and gastronomy. In the 30 point and the festivities, Pichanaki is festivals are held in honor of the production of coffee, cocoa, you know. And in Ayacucho, it's known for its religious celebrations, especially Holy Week. And the gastronomy in Pichanaki use of ingredients such as banana, cassava, and river fish. For example, the Juane or Inchicapi, it's chicken soup with peanuts. And Ayacucho, the food is pachamanca, puca picante. The puca picante is a kind of potato stew with peanuts and beets. No, also on tamales. In the next PPT, is the cultural similarities. In this case, the first is the influence of the indigenous worldview. In this case, for example, in both Pichanaki and Ayacucho, indigenous communities play an important role in the cultural life and traditions. Also, agriculture-based economy. In both areas, agriculture is an essential economic activity. And finally, handicrafts. In both Pichanaki and Ayacucho, handicrafts are an important cultural expressions. It's important to the economy also.
Okay, good evening, teacher. My name is Anderson Alvaro Guaman Flores. I explain about migration. Okay, migration is the movement of people from one place to another, either within the same country or between countries. People migrate for various reasons, such as seeking better job opportunities, studying, escaping conflicts or disaster, um, reuniting family, or improving their quality of types of migration. One, internal migration occurs when people move within the borders of the same country, for example, from rural to urban areas or between regions. And two, international migration involves crossing national borders, either temporarily or permanently, to settle in another country. Um, Migration has both positive and negative aspects. In positive aspect of migration, one, cultural diversity. The arrival of migrants introduce new culture, custom, language, and tradition, um, enriching the cultural life of the host country. And two, increase in the workforce. Migrants often fill vacancies in sectors with high labor demand, such as construction, agriculture, or elderly care, helping to sustain and grow the economy. And three, innovation and entrepreneurship. Migrants often bring new ideas and skills. Some become entrepreneurs and create new business, generating jobs and stimulation the economy. Four, balancing population aging. In, in many developed countries with aging population, migrants help balance the demographic pyramid. And in negative aspect of migration, one, overload of public service. In some cases, a sudden increase in the migrant population can place additional pressures on healthcare, education, transportation, and housing service, leading the overcrowding and access issues. And two, social conflicts. The arrival of migrants can generate social and political tension, especially if they are perceived to compete with the local population for jobs or recursos. Three, integration challenge. Not all migrants integrate easily into new society. Cultural, religious, or linguistic difference can hinder integration and lead to social isolation. And four, exploitation in the workplace. In some cases, migrants may be exploited in the workplace as they may accept poorly paid jobs or work under precarious conditions. The presentation finished. Thank you for your attention.